Okay, boys and girls, so we're going to keep reading our next chapter of Junie B. Jones, and we're going to be working on our comprehension strategies. So today, what we're going to do, so I want you listening for us, we are going to retell the story, although for this it'll be retell the chapter, so I want you to listen to the beginning, the middle, and the end. We've done this before, so we'll listen, and then you're going to draw a picture of your very favorite part of the chapter, and then I want you to tell me what happened first, what happened next, and then what happened at the end of the chapter. Okay? Chapter 4 is called Cockle-Doodle-Doo, and this is Junie B. Jones has a peep in her pocket. Remember, she is not excited about going on a field trip to the farm. She thinks that the rooster is going to peck her head into a nub, and apparently she's very afraid of ponies too. Okay, so chapter 4. On Saturday, Mother came into my room and she said we're going shopping for clothes for the farm trip. I looked up from my coloring book. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. Mother laughed. Don't be silly, she said. Then she picked me up and she carried me out to the car. Yeah, only here's the problem. You are not respecting my wishes, I said. Mother laughed some more. I promise this'll be fun. I did a huffy breath. Whatever, I said. Whatever is a grown-up word, for that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And guess what? I was right. Shopping was not fun at all, because Mother kept making me try on clothes that I didn't want. First, she made me try on a shirt with checkery squares, and then she made me try on overalls with big giant pockets. Plus, she tied a bandana around my neck, and she put a straw hat on my head. I looked at myself in the mirror. What do you know? I'm a cornball, I said. Here's an illustration of Junie B. Only too bad for me, 'cause Mother said I looked cute as a button, and she bought the clothes anyway. Plus also she bought me a throwaway camera at the drugstore. After I got home, I started to color again. Mother hanged up my new clothes. Do you want me to show you how to use the camera for your trip now? She asked. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I am not actually going to be going to the farm. After that, Mother did a big sigh. And she closed my door, and she let me color in peace. I got tricked, 'cause on the day of the trip, I told Mother I had a fever, but that woman did not even take my word for it. Instead, she took my temperature. And so what kind of trust is that, I ask you? No fever, she said. Then Mother dressed me in my farm clothes, and she drove me right to my school. We pulled into the parking lot. Oh no, I said, oh no, 'cause the bus was already there for the field trip. It was parked right at the curb. Believe me, Junie B, said Mother, you are going to have a great day. And she got me out of the car, and she pulled me to my teacher. Good morning, Junie B, said Mrs. Don't you look cute today? I felt my forehead. I'm ill, I said. Mother smiled. Oh, I'm sorry, not Mother, Mrs. Mrs. smiled. I love your straw hat. Oh, my head is a flaming fireball, I said. Mrs. bended down next to me, and that bandana is absolutely darling. I am burning to a crinkle, I told her. Crisp, said Mother. Whatever, I said. After that, Mother lifted me into the bus, and she handed me my backpack with my lunch and my camera, and she waved goodbye to me. I did not wave back, 'cause my hand did not feel very friendly. Just then, my bestest friend named Grace came running to get me. Junie B, Lucille and I saved you a seat. And she grabbed my arm and shook me all the way back to the back, and I sat down next to Lucille. No, said that Grace. That is my seat, Junie B. And she quick pulled me up. So where am I supposed to sit then? I asked. Lucille pointed across the aisle. Right there, silly. You're sitting right directly across from Grace and me. So that's almost like we're sitting together, except we'll be separate. I sat down. But there's nobody to talk to over here, I told her. Just then, that meanie Jim jumped up from the seat behind me. Me! You can talk to me, he said, very laughing, and then he leaned into my ear and he hollered, cockle-doodly-doo. There is the illustration. Right, and so he hollered, cockle-doodly-doo, right into my eardrum. Too bad you're afraid of roosters, he said. Roosters can tell if you're afraid. Junie B, ask anybody. Roosters always peck the scaredy heads first. No, Jim, they do not, I said back. You are just making that up, probably. And anyhow, if roosters pecked people's heads off, all the farmers would have nub heads, and they don't. So there, ha ha. Jim raised up one eyebrow. I can't do one eyebrow. Maybe you can do one eyebrow. Are you sure farmers don't have nub heads? He said, kind of spooky. Are you? He did a grin. Why do you think farmers wear hats? Jim leaned closer. It's to cover up their nubs. That's why, he whispered. After that, he lifted up my hat and he patted my head and he cockle-doodly-dooed all over again. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 4. So remember, I want you to, you're going to retell the story. So put today's date. So today is April 6th, 2020. Draw me a nice little illustration box. You're going to put your illustration of your favorite part of the chapter. And then underneath that, I left myself lots of space for writing. So you're going to retell the chapter for me. So you're going to tell me first. So first, Junie B, what did her mom make her do? So you're going to tell me first what happened, then what happened in the middle of the chapter. Okay, and then at the end of the chapter, what was happening with Junie B. So you'll have your first, then last. Remember to put your space between your words. Remember punctuation at the end of each sentence. And then if you will have mom or dad or whoever is with you, brother, sister, take a picture of your work, your finished work, and send it to me so that I can grade it. Remember, I'm starting to have to grade your stuff now, so I need to see it to know that you did it. I'll see you soon.